Do you ever feel like there's too much clutter in your life? I do all the time. In this video, I will tell you how I get rid of things and hopefully help you to get rid of your clutter. This guide is for people who know exactly what they want to get rid of, they just don't know how. If you're having trouble parting with things and you feel very attached to them, I highly recommend reading Marie Kondo's book on decluttering. Whenever I need to get rid of something, I whether give it away or I donate it or I sell it. And give it away and donate it is a bit similar. I'll explain the difference a bit later. But the first and probably the hardest thing to do is to sell the item. If the item is worth something, I always try to sell it on eBay. Sometimes I would sell the items that are worth nothing, but only to make sure that they're not gonna go to the landfill. That's an extra step. It's too much work. If you don't feel like it, don't do it. You can just donate it. My rule of thumb, if the item is worth more than 10 pounds, I will probably sell it. And I'd say that the average price of the item that I'm selling is around 40 pounds. Most of the time, I don't do it for money. I'm doing it because it saves the item from the landfill. It prolongs its lifetime. It feels very satisfying to me. And of course, if I have a very expensive piece of tech that I'm not using anymore, I will definitely sell it because spare money never hurts, and I always can invest that into something new that I will actually be using. So whenever you come across something that you don't need and has very little value, you can donate it or give it away. So the difference between donation and giving it away is when you give it away, you usually give it away directly to the end user. And when you choose to donate it, it goes to the center that later decides what to do with it. In developed countries, there's actually a surplus of donated clothes. So most of the developed countries don't really need as much clothing as we're donating. So when it comes to clothing, I'd rather give it away to the end user, or I would rather sell it for very little just to save it from the landfill. Obviously, I don't expect you to spend more time on this that is reasonable for you. I have spare time, so I'm trying to do things better and think them through, but obviously even having time is a privilege on its own. No one's expected to do this. And when it comes to sustainability, it's really better to have many people participating in it partially than having very people committing to it to 100%. Let's go back to giving things away. When you give things away, you give them to the end user. So for example, you post a listing and you say, hey, I have a free coffee machine, it's working, I'm just not using it anymore, I can't be bothered to sell it. That will be given to the end user. And the brilliance of that is most of the time your things would go directly to the people who need it. To give things away, I use two platforms. I use Facebook Marketplace and I use the Olio app, which I highly recommend. The user interface for Olio is pretty bad, but when it comes to the community part of it, it's really good. And everyone who I met through this app were very lovely and nice. Facebook Marketplace is a bit tricky, you're more likely to get spammed with messages, but the rule of thumb, if you want to give something away and you think that this particular item might be useful to someone, just take a picture, post it online, and you would be surprised how fast you can get rid of things. Olio started as the app for food sharing. So for example, if there's a can of soup that is about to expire very soon and you know you're not gonna have it or you don't want it, you can donate it. And it was counterintuitive to me, but it turns out that there are many people in need out there who are using this app to get some food or get a treat for their kids. So I've been giving away so many things: stationery, food, tea, milk even. And for the sake of today's video, I want to show you how easy it is to get rid of things. This week I will be giving away this ceramic tumbler. I will post it on Olio app and see how fast I can get rid of it. It's been roughly half an hour and I already have my reply, so soon I will be giving the cup away. An hour and a half later, the cup had been collected, and yeah, it's gone. It's that easy. Not all the items are gonna be collected within 2 hours, but most of the time I managed to give away my items within 24 hours of posting the listing. I had people collecting cans of peas and drinks and so many things that would just go to waste. And the same goes for clothing, for furniture. I always try to give clothing to the end user first before donating it, because donating is the last resort for me. It's not to criticize organizations, it's just the state of things and how logistics are working right now. Be transparent and be kind. Don't give away your home address. You can meet people somewhere next to the bus station. What I do is I drop things not so far from where I live. So I run out and I put a bag to the designated spot and I take a picture, or I tell them this is where it's gonna be. I think in 2021 it is still important to have contact-free delivery. I used to meet people in person before, but now I'm just dropping things off right before they arrive. Most of the people have been very grateful for whatever it was. I had grandmas, I had students, people of all walks of life, a lot of people who are big into sustainability. If you cannot be bothered, donation is also an option, but not all of the things can be donated. For example, you can donate books, clothing in good condition, you can donate toys and some peripherals. It depends on your local organizations. If there's nothing on your high street, just Google what's in your area, because in most countries there are places that accept donations, especially if it's clothing in good condition. These are 3 main ways how I get rid of things. I sell them, I give them away, and I donate them. I highly recommend you trying at least one of these and see how much joy you can bring to other people's lives and to your own by giving space to things that actually matter. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I see you in my next one. Bye now.